welcome, especially our distinguished guests, all the esteemed professionals, and including the IHS alumni who are here. Thank you very, very much for taking the time to be here. So today's program is actually divided in 3 sections. The first hour we're going to share some knowledge about capacity building and new urban agenda. I will introduce you to the board, the people who are behind this show. And I would also like to give you some little insight into what does it mean to be an urban leader. Who is a leader here? Anybody? You definitely are a leader. Nobody? In the panel maybe? Are there any leaders here? Well, I'm going to prove you wrong, because I'm going to prove that each and every one of you is a leader. We traditionally think that leader is somebody who's in a position of power, somebody who has authority, somebody who can make things happen. But in my view, there is anybody who has passion, who has determination, who can tap into their area of expertise, who can use this area of expertise to influence other people around them positively, to make them to bring change in their environment, in their systems. Anybody who can do that is a leader. So with this definition, who is a leader here? Anybody? Well, I convinced at least a few people. Yes. Well, we have some leaders here. Can you do everything alone? Well, not really. So that's why we need networks. Because when you have networks, you can tap into the different expertise, different skills, different abilities of people and make things happen together. You can collaborate. And that's exactly what we do with the IHS International Network. And since 2009, we have established a global IHS alumni network with a board, and the awards which are being brought to you today is part of that.
Alumni network which shares knowledge. It's blended learning, where part of the learning is done in e-courses, part of which is done in IHS. And all of these trends are ongoing. And I think we are at the moment working on at IHS. I'm happy to say in IHS we have been growing quite rapidly over the last couple of years. At the moment our master program has increased from about 50 10 years ago to 150 people at the moment. Very high increase. Our PhD program has expanded rapidly and at the moment there's 21 PhD students.
Where IHS is likely to go, and these are all very good. The issue that I think needs to be addressed as well is that while in my time as a director we were very dependent on the support from the Dutch government, this is, I believe, no longer so much the case. And that means that IHS willy-nilly will have to be more demand-driven than before. What does that mean? It means that you have to look at your clients, not only individual students, but also institutions, the city governments, the national governments that are your clients and that value your services, to ask them to put their money where their mouth is. And I think this is something that needs to be done.
We'd like to expand this further for an urban conversation about the opportunities and challenges of urban leaders in the new urban agenda. We have with us today the moderator, the training and capacity building head of UN Habitat, Claudio Asyuan.
The conversation is about the new urban agenda. It is in the making. It is supposed to be transformative. It is supposed to change the way we're dealing and looking at urbanization. We now know by knowledge, by data, that urbanization is transformative in the sense that many countries, many cities, many citizens' lives are changing along with the process of urbanization.
Our conversation here has to go around on how these contributions of someone like you could give to this new urban agenda through innovation, through effective implementation or participation. So how do you see this?
If there's an urban agenda, it's paper, and then the question is, what does it mean for all of us? You made it very personal, what does it mean for me? To be very honest, the urban agenda doesn't change anything for me. We've been working in cities, with communities, with government, with NGOs, with academia, with researchers for decades. But the transformative capacity agenda brings, it can bring back the institutional world in a more aligned way. So it does help. But on a personal level, I've always find it very hard to turn the paper into practice.
The urban agenda helps. The urban agenda helps when you compare it with the three sustainable development pillars. The sustainable development agenda, the Paris Climate Agreement, and the urban agenda. You see that the urban agenda, from the perspective of the private road transport sector, is the most concrete, where we have really the priorities for the mobility sector that are set well. This is something that we like very much. We like also the fact that in the urban agenda you have a clear prioritization of public transport.
You can imagine what they are. I face challenges of municipalities that have doubled their population size because of refugees that have arrived from Syria to Jordan, or municipalities in Iraq that have just been liberated from ISIS and need to rebuild and reconstruct their services to serve their citizens. And these are the challenges that we have to deal with on a daily basis. That's my challenge every day. How do we help them with not only with financing, but with the systems, the capacity building and the learning that can go towards making these investments sustainable. So that's the challenge. But I do believe that the new urban agenda does provide a lot of opportunities towards that.
The agenda opens also a new way to approach cities, so making resilient cities. And that's also, I think, there was just a point being made about technology and knowledge. And I think as urban planners, it's really important to include technology, but also the research, the research part, and cross bridges and breaking silos, which I think you can still see them in urban planning.
So I'm working with the Water Youth Network and United Nations Major Group for Children and Youth, so youth organizations. So if we are talking about challenges and opportunities for urban leaders in the new urban agenda, what we need to talk about is youth, because youth are future leaders.
This year, we also will recognize again 3 urban actors who have made a significant difference in their respective cities. And not only that, we also have this youth award category. So basically, this is the 3rd time that we've given this award.
It's not only the special envoy from the international water sector of the Netherlands. He is in fact a global representative for water. He is also appointed by the Dutch cabinet as the special envoy, but he's also Sherpa to the high-level panel of water installed by the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and President of the World Bank, Jim Kim, along with 10 heads of states. So we have here a really special person, and he will be the one hosting the ceremony. So without much further ado, I would like to hand over the mic to Henk. Thank you.
Acknowledging the leadership in the world helps us, the inspiration we all need in these challenging times. And with an urban agenda, you could say now we have the book, but we need the people. We definitely need the people to engage with. So it's my honor, and we were on a panel at the OECD Forum, and it's great to see you here in Quito. Mayor Tri Rishmarini from Surabaya. She's an amazing mayor, an amazing woman, an amazing innovator, an inspiring leader of her community, but also inspiring to the world. The first female mayor of Surabaya, already working more than 20 years with the city. And you improved government infrastructure, public services, real concrete measures to combat corruption, introducing innovative strategies, and led to first successful results. Perhaps you became this urban professional because you are an IHS alumni, 1996. You're the first alumni that is handed over the award, but I know for sure you're not going to be the last alumni who will be handed over the award, I'm for sure. Mayor, would you take the floor, please?
I would like to thank IHS for awarding me to IHS Alumni International Urban Professional Award 2016. It is said every family that you know that a government application does not only promote good governance, but it has also made us able to save up about 20 to 25% our budget expenditure per year. So I can spend the money for another, because you know that in Surabaya it's free for education, all of the students, and free for health, and 24 hours ambulance, and we give food for every children who has not parents, also for the elderly people.
A lot of mayors want to become presidents or prime ministers or governors, but we need great mayors to become extraordinary mayors, to deliver transformative capacity to their communities. Let not the power lead you, but your goals, and you're a great example for other mayors in the world to show that. So thank you again for sharing that.
I see now in America Latina a very strong team of new urbanists who try to work with his cities, who fight with the interests of the poor people, of the rights of the citizens of our cities, and who have volunteer to teach, and to teach not only in the universities, to teach in the meetings in the neighborhoods, to teach in the barricades when we need fight with authoritarianism. And we are a part of this collectivity, because for this reason I accept with very strong emotion this distinction in the name of this generation of urbanists. Thank you.
Willie Obiana from Nigeria, but somebody will accept the award for him. He's governor of Anambra State in southeast Nigeria, and he assumed office on March 17, 2014. In the 2 years he served in this post, he summarized his work and aspirations within the framework of the 4C model: continue, commission, complete, and commence. And that was not a paper ambition. These were not words. He really put them into practice. Within a short period of time, he was able to complete all of the primary construction work started by his predecessor, along with several new ones that he initiated.
We are now named petabencana.id, which is in Indonesian, but it means disastermap.id. So basically what we want to do, we want to map more than flood. We want to map other hazards too, and we want to bring it to different cities. We don't want to just be in Jakarta, we want to be in Indonesia. So we are now working, also along the way, just going to thank a lot of people, because it really is a work of collaborations between a lot of partners. So we are very thankful to work with USID, BNPB. Could you go back? BNPB and MIT Urban Risk Lab, Humanitarian Open Street Team, and also the Pacific Disaster Center.
So we'll hand over the awards to who? Ricardo from Colombia. EFI focuses on restoration of lakes, flora and fauna, care of abundant animals and village development programs. One of the foundation's key accomplishments is the weekly lake cleanups. It has been organizing since 2014, resulting in the revival of 40 lakes across India. A big hand of applause for Environmental Foundation of India. And I'll hand over the awards to also a youth leader. Come here.
I'd like to first thank the government of Netherlands, RWO, for facilitating and enabling us to use their wonderful, beautiful pavilion. A big applause for RWO. Thank you so much for making this happen. Secondly, I would like to thank all the participants. That's you yourself, so please give yourself a big round of applause for being here, being part of the family. Let's not forget the jury, which helped us in the process of selecting a very difficult choice. Claudio, Kees van Rohen is our director. He's not here, but he was in the jury, and also Emil Weiglen in the jury. Big applause, thank you. I would also like to thank all the awardees and representatives who are here, my colleagues who really worked hard with me, thank you so much. And finally, the speakers and panelists. We would like to thank you actually with a little token which we have for you. So I'm going to call you one by one on stage if you aren't already here. Jan, let's start with you. Where is Jan? Yeah, charmed and thing. I will. Yeah. Oh yeah. We have to first explain what it is. It's something. It's Dutch, you know. Yeah. And it's an IHS calendar. Well, Emil, also Dutch. You got a Dutch memento. Claudio, we have something small for you. Ayat, I don't know if Ayat is still here. Is Ayat still here? Okay, we will make sure she receives this eventually. Lena? Oleg. Is Oleg still here? Finally, last but not the least, Henk. We have something very Dutch for you as well. Thank you so much for bringing in your energy and inspiration again. We are really grateful. So, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I would like to close our ceremony. Thank you so much. We have some drinks. Oh, wait, we have another one for... We have Mayor Tree giving some thank yous.